My name is Amy. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make some bad financial decisions together. This is for entertainment purposes only, so if you're entertained, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. So, if you could start this by doing me a favor and write in the comment sections down below what lyrics did you listen to and you just heard the completely wrong thing, but you like your version better. For example, Bruno Mars, Funk You Up. I definitely thought that was a curse word the first few times I saw it or heard it. And it would be better if it was the curse word because, I thought that it was about them going out clubbing and getting really messed up uptown. So, the reason why I bring this up is that someone asked me why I keep saying teachable Q, and I did not realize that sounded so much like what I was actually trying to say, which is the letter T, then the word triple, and triple is three of something, like you have triplets, then Q. And it's just much easier to say than keeping track of how many Q's I have already said, spoken into existence. So I wouldn't mind having teachable Q as merchandise though. So let me know if you would actually buy that and I would work on it. But yeah, let's have teachable Q and T triple Q. Enunciation. Sometimes I do have trouble saying some of these ticker names for some reason, like XDTE and RDTE and QDTE. My mouth just does not want to form those letters as a coherent thing. So I was also asked to go over what I was doing with my leaps for my spy leaps. And so if you don't like options, this is probably where you should jump ship. So let's go. Hey, so I tried a few times last night to record this on my desktop, and I was exhausted and could not find my words. And so this is a more authentic experience. I am laying in bed taking a nap, and usually Monday mornings I'm just in my bed, and before work and before the market opens, I do the majority of setting my options for the week. But for the SPY, I do it during market hours because the spread is not that wide. But so last week what happened was on Monday morning, my call that I had out, like this is my short leg of my leap, it was $20 out of the money. So right now it's at 562. If we go up to like 585, that's worth $11.05 right now. So I was like, well, it's $20 out of the money. That's really far out of the money. So, or actually on May 30th, if we look at the 582, that would be like $9.99. So what I did was I was like, okay, what if, because May 30th is actually the latest expiration date that I want to be at for the SPY right now, because that's when we stop having weeklies. So I want to stay within the weeklies, but with the SPY, there's such a large volume that it's doesn't really matter, because generally there will be an option to sell it further in the future. But since I was $20 out of the money, I just, scrolled back and I kept going through and comparing what is, out of the money. So since we're at 562 right now, what I did was I like to stay at least $3 or $4 above. That way it gives me time when the SPY recovers to sell it further into the future and keep it out of the money. So I probably, if it was worth $9, I would choose $2.89. But what happened on Monday was the price kept going lower. So the SPY went down by another $5. So I just sold it down, and then I sold it down again. And then I decided, okay, well, this is worth $14.03. Let me go and look in the future ones. And I went and I was like, well, this over here is still, I would still be making profit, and it's above the out of the money price. It's above the current strike price. And then all I did last week was I would just go here and go as far up out of the money that I could and still make a profit. And then I would just go and compare the 25th, the 17th, and the 30th, and I would just compare them and go cheaper in price here, but still out of the money, and then just go to May 30th and just look and see what strike price I could do that was higher, that would let me still make money. And this is the first week that I've actually intentionally day traded SPY, and I didn't realize that you could actually be day trade called. But as far as I know, my limit is $44,000 in a single day of day trading, and I was nowhere close to that. But it's good because what happens is you are doing trades with unsettled funds. So they send it to the clearinghouse, and I think it takes 1 or 2 days to clear it. So if you use more unsettled funds than what is available to you, then you have to come up with that money, or there's consequences. So and this only applies to pattern day traders. So that's what's stopping you from just bouncing from something that's this is $16.47, and you go here and you get something here, and then you go back to May and you're like, what can I do for $21? And then you go back, and then you just have to make sure that by the end of the day you want to be in something that is out of the money, because the clearinghouses will randomly assign shares to be taken away. And at the moment, first of all, I don't want my leap. I don't have to exercise my leap to make up for the deficit from getting my shares assigned. But also, right now, the price of SPY is less than the leap that I purchased. So it would be in the name of making an extra $200, I spent $2,000 to satisfy the difference between what the leap was worth and what my option was. So I wish that I could tell you a better system than just like look at the share price, make sure you stay out of the money, or if you do go in the money a little bit, make sure that you have an out to be out of the money by the end of the day. But that was really exciting last week because when the prices drop, the VIX is up, premiums are more. So I was able to really get my strike closer to the money, and it was worth it to ping pong back and forth between the dates. And I think I've answered this before, but I kind of, when I was first practicing with SPY and IWM and QQQ, I was doing put spreads, and I was being very careful about, checking the Greek and saying, like, this is 0.5, that's too risky for me. So I would just go, like, way out of the money. Even that. So, like, you want it to be, like, or at least I wouldn't want it to be, that's too conservative. What I'm trying to say is, like, I would, yeah, so, like, this would be like let's keep it here. And any of these options that you use, any of these strategies, they work until they don't. And so from my perspective, I may as well earn what premium I can without being, like, totally off the wall, because at some point I'm going to lose, and it will be better for me to have been winning and earning more money all along than, just earning less. Like, I'm not saying, like, do it in the money and be really crazy. I'm just saying that don't sacrifice too much income in the name of having way less less chance of it being called away. So, which is also why I've gotten the opinion that the wheel strategy is the easiest for beginners because, like, for example, I have so many MSTU options out that someday I'm going to get really messed up. But even if I don't roll this forward, okay, so I get assigned at $4.50, but, I can, there's, what is this doing? Why is it scrolling all the way up? Okay. But, like, there's ways to profit from this on both sides. So if I get it assigned away, I'll just sell more puts. And if I get assigned the shares, I will just sell a cover call. And so I can put it way closer to the strike price because I kind of don't care if it actually does get assigned, because on either side of this equation, we're making a lot of money. So, hopefully that makes sense. And I was asked to talk through what I did with the leaps and my philosophy with that. So I just find that scrolling through the option chains on the mobile app is way easier and just more intuitive for me. Even though Legend exists, I just think that having the just being able to swipe left and right and compare basically side by side, it gives me all the information I need right here. I don't usually click into it to get the Greeks and everything, because I'm either going to roll it forward or just accept that I'm going to have to do the dividend wheel and have to
work it from the opposite end. So anyways, thank you, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.
Hey, so thank you very much for watching, and make sure that you comment below about what lyrics you always mishear and how your lyrics are better than the actual song. But this is YieldMight, and the premise behind this is if you say you have like $500 to invest in this week, what is a distribution that you might have gotten if you had invested before the last declaration date that was recorded in this website? So I have updated all of the funds that are in here except for the curve funds that declared on Friday. So I will do that later today, and then we'll start the week all updated. But I also added the ability to actually, what I should do is Global X actually retired some of their funds. So you'll not see XYLE or EMCC or QILE because they decided to delist them. So now I have the ability to hide funds that are no longer, you can no longer invest in. But if you click on a filter and you say, like, I would only want to do Granite shares, then you go in here and you can see your starting amount. You can change the stock price on your own, the dividend amount, and then for 500 shares at $21.66, that would get you 23 shares and a $58.71 distribution. And the next declaration date is on March 25th. So it is not Granite Share's fault that Tesla has had taken a tumble, but anyways, that was just an example. But hopefully you all are having a good day. My dad just informed me that I might have another lamb tonight because one of the mothers is rejecting it. So I was happy to be able to get back on a sleep pattern, but if it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.